Hey everybody, I got something very interesting here today, and I will just get right into it. Groupon. I saw that this was one of the highest shorted stocks, and I think it is the actual highest shortest stock out there compared to the amount of float, tradable shares that are available. So, right now there's 13.4 million shares shorted, and there's um, apparently about 19.14 million shares reported for the float. So 13.4 million short of the 19.14 million reported float. Let me just share my screen. So when you're looking at Yahoo Finance, it's not the most accurate. There's discrepancies and not the latest up to date information, but it's good light overview. But yeah, here's the float count, and they say it's about 60% shorted. But when I do the math, it seems that the like 13.4 million divided by 19.14 million equals about 70%. So whether it's 60% or 70%, that's pretty high. But that's not where it gets interesting. Okay, not all those shares can be traded. Like they're pretty much locked up. They're not available for lending. And so out of the 19.14 million reported float, there's approximately about 9 million shares of estimated lendable supply. This is just not an official number, but it's analyst reconstruction lending ownership structure. The short interest would be 151% of the lendable supply. This is getting into the territory of GameStop, but I mean, that was a completely different stock, completely different set of circumstances. And I think this trade might be a little early in the stages. I don't think this is going to shoot up 100% overnight, but it's something to watch. So, the short interest is about 151% of the lendable supply. But there's some things that are a little bit more nuanced to it. Like, how can we have 151% of the lendable supply? It's because the SEC and FINRA and all those places, they allow brokers to lend the securities that are held by people. So when someone sells, like short sells a stock, they're borrowing those shares to sell to someone else. Well, then that broker can take those shares that the other person purchased and lend those out. That can happen several times. So that's how we can get these uh, over 100% of the lendable supply being shorted. Right now, it's pretty cheap to have it shorted. I think it was reported about it's about 1.5% cost to short the stock. So if that gets up to 3%, 5%, 10%, see some people exiting the trade. So there's several things that we'll have to keep an eye out for. Is like the daily volume, like how much liquidity is available for the shorts to come. Groupon has been aggressively reducing their share count. They have a share buyback program, and in the first quarter, like right here is their SEC form that they had to out, and it gives all the details on income and other things. But what's interesting is on the PDF page 22, um, which is page 19. In 2018, the board authorized purchase of 300 million common share common stock under the share repurchase program. They had purchased, what was it? First quarter, they purchased 1.945 million shares. And after the March 31st, through the latest filing, they purchased another 860,000 shares for about 10.1 million. Total of 2.8 million shares repurchased in that time period. And now they still have up to $213.6 million available to purchase. So that is something to keep in mind with this. And I think they had talked about it down here somewhere about their repurchase. I'm not going to find it right now, but so which I got off their the 10Q off of their website here. Uh, Good to go over all their documents and releases. I was reading about some of the different stuff on Groupon, and um, their global revenue is down about 1%, and billings down 1%. But another thing, their active customers grew 2% to 16.1 million. I was looking at the NASDAQ site on Groupon, and yeah, so here's the short interest. They'll be publishing the short interest, I believe, Tuesday after 6 p.m. Eastern time. So it's something that we'll want to take a look at. Right now, you can see it's been fluctuating quite a bit. I mean, their short interest went up from June 30th to July 15th. So it's going to be very interesting to see where we're at after Tuesday. Like, is the short interest coming down significantly? Is it staying about the same? Is it increasing? So let's just take a look at it on Tuesday and just kind of keep in mind like this right here. How much short interest do we have? Look at the declining availability, like the share repurchase, increasing the cost to borrow, and we want to also maybe see the trading volume maybe come down a little bit. If all these things come together, I think we could see the shorts covering and sending the stock to beyond 30, 40, 50, 60, 85 plus. Right now it's at $25.03. I think the fair value of the company, and this is kind of a large fair value, it depends on the metrics you use and time frame, time period. But I think that the low value of the company should probably be about $40 a share. The high would be about $70 a share with the higher valuation. But with the short purchasing, it could easily get back up to over 100. And I think if we go back to Yahoo's, go to like the summary, I mean, it really wasn't all about all. I mean, it's been over $100 a share before, back before 2020. I don't think it's going to get back up to 100 or 200. I mean, it could get up to 100 if there's a lot of aggressive short sell or short buying or short covering. But I am just looking for this to go like up to 40 to maybe 50 or $60 a share. These are things to keep in mind. But it's setting up to be quite interesting. Very well could be the next meme stock. I believe they're restructuring. They're going to be successful with it. And I think the shorts are going to get a little trapped. But let's just keep an eye on it, see where it goes. I thought it was interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll talk about it later. Bye.